I was 6 years old. I saw a magnificent picture in a book by a true stories from nature about the primal, primal,
Don't worry.
primeval
Mhm.
forest. It's a watch picture of a boa constrictor.
Okay,
In,
good.
in the in the act is in the act of swallowing an animal. Well, here is a copy of the drawing. In the book, it said boa constrictors allowed their prey wolf without showing it after that they are not able to move and they live through the 6 months that they need for digestion. I pondered deeply then over the adventures of the young, and after some work with a color pencil and success in making my first download. My download number one, it looked something like this.
Okay, thank you. Continue.
Told when my masterpiece could they go oops and ask the whether they bragging Fred Tenney Time but they answering friendly we sold any one the threatened the had me bragging was not a picture of a aspect of a boa constructor, the the hunting an elephant, but since they grow up within not able to understand it maybe and not drawing even the incident of a boy constructor so that they grow up school say it clearly they always need to have things explaining me drawing nor to look like
Thank you, Julia. Ahí está.
Desde the grow,
Yes, hasta aquí, de aquí hasta aquí. Sorry.
the grows up response this time was to advise me to lie outside my drawing of wall constructions. Whether from the inside or the outside, and devote myself instead to geography, history, arithmetic, and grammar. That is why at the age of 6 I have up what might have been magnificent care as a painter. I have been disheartened by the failure of my drawing number one and my drawing number two. Grows up never understand anything by themselves, and it's tiresome from children to be always and forever explain things to them.
Oh,
So I should enter pro- procession and learn to build airplanes. I have flown a light over a part of the world, and it is true that geography, ¿cómo se dice?
uh,
Geography,
geography, yes.
geography has been very useful To at a glance, I can distinguish China from Arizona if one sets lot in the evening. Substance violence is by hasta la flecha, ¿no?
Yes. Hasta aquí
Okay.
está ten.
In the course of this league, I have a great many acquaintances with a great many people who then concerned with matter of concern. I have lived a great deal monk grow up. I have sent them international close at hand and that and much improved my opinion of them.
Whenever I meet one of them who seemed to me at all clear, see that I try the experiment of showing him my drawing number one, which I have always kept. I will try to find out so if this was a person of true understanding, but however it was, he or she will always say that is hard. Then I will never talk to that person about both constrictors or primeval forest or start. I will bring myself down to his level. I will talk to him about bridge and golf and politics and Netflix and the growing up will be really blessed to have met such a sensible man.
Mhm.
So I live my life alone, which I long time I call really take to unity I that an accident which me planned in the desert of Sahara 6 years ago. Something was broken in me engine and has I that I had with me neither a mechanic nor any passenger. Instead, myself to attempt the difficult repairing alone. I was a question of life on things for me. I that scarcely enough drink water to last awake. The first night, then I went to sleep on the sand at thousands miles from any human habitat. I was more in solitude that as no sé, Taylor on arrived in the middle of the ocean. Thus you can imagine me amazing. And so when I was awakened we and of a light voice. It said, a ship what drown me a ship. Finish the ship.
Okay.
Mm, I
I jumped to feet, completely thunderstruck, and blanked my eyes hard. I looked carefully around me and saw a most extraordinary small person who stood there examining with me great seriousness. You may see the best portrait that later I was able to make of him, but my drawing is certainly very much less charming than is modern. That, however, is not fault. The grown-ups discouraged me in painter's care when I was 6 years old, and I never learned to draw anything except boas from the outside and boas for inside. Now I started at this sudden palpitation with my eyes fairly starting out of my head in astonishment. Astonishment.
Okay, thank you.
Remember, I had trekked in the desert 1,000 miles from any inhabited region, and yet my people maintained neither to be flying unceasingly among the sand nor to be fighting from fatigue or thirst or teeth or fight. Nothing about him guys any suggestion of a shield lost in the midst of the desert, a thousand miles from any human habitation. When at last I was able to speak, I said to him, "But what are you doing here?" And in a way he repeated very shortly, as if he were speaking of a matter of great consequence. If you please read me, Chef.
Thank you, Kenya.
Bye, teacher.
¿Dónde? The eyes of matter draw to sleep. No. We are
Bueno,
mystery is too over blinking. One dare not dissolve it. As it might say to me, and miles from the any human habitation and danger of them. I took off the poster the paper and the flowment bit, but I need to remember how my students had been a concentration of the geography story and teacher, how do you say? No, ¿cómo se dice eso? Argument.
¿dónde?
Admitted and grammar, and
Yes.
I told you later a little crazy too, that I did not know how you drive. He answered me. That's those matter drag asleep. Bye,
Okay.
teacher. See you later.
2, 3.
But I had never drawn a sheep, so I drew for him one of the two pictures I had drawn so often. It was that to the boa constriction from the outside, and I was astounded to hear the little below greet it with, no, I do not want an elephant inside the boa constriction. A boa constriction is a very dangerous creature, and an elephant is very cumbersome. Where I live, everything is very small. What I need is a sheep. Draw me a sheep. So they I made a drawing.
Careful things they say. No, this ship his her brain makes me another fool. I make another dream. My friends name Candy and Angel. You see your face. She says that this is not a ship. This is a ram. It this has fur. Susan hiding my dreams over one
Yes.
but it was rejected to use like the another. This one is too old. I want a ship that will live a long time. But this time, my patience was exhausted because I was in hurry to start taking my engine apart. So I tossed off this drawing and I threw out an explanation with it. This is only his boat. The ship you ask for is inside. I was very surprised to see a light break over the face on my young ¿Qué teacher? ¿Qué dice? On
Judge.
my young judge.
Okay.
But
I was very surprised to see a light break over the face of my young judge. That is exactly the way I want it. Do you think that this ship will have to have a great deal of grass? Why? Because where I live everything is very small. There there will certainly be enough grass for him. I said, it is a very small ship that I have given you. He bent his head over the drawing. Not so small, not so small that. Look, he has gone to sleep, and that is how I made acquaintance of the little prince.
Okay, good. Jose, please. Again, it look at me as the object.
It took me a long time to learn where he come from, the little prince. You asked me so many questions. See me to hear the ones I asked you. It was from words dropped by chance that little by little everything was revealed to me. The first time he saw my airplane, for instance, I shall not draw my airplane. That won't be much to complete it for me. He asked me, what is that object?
Okay, thank you, Jose. Damaris, you're next. This is not a good day. Que tengan buen día. Okay, Damaris, this is not an object. Hasta seriously.
Okay, teacher. That is not an object. It is an airplane. It is my airplane, and I was thrilled to have him here. That I could flee. He cried out. Then what you dropped down from the sky? Yes, I answered docilely. Oh, that is funny. And the little prince broke into a lovely peal of laughter, which irritated me very much. I like my misfortunes to be taken seriously.